Are you struggling to lose belly fat despite diet and exercise? The answer might be hiding in your blood work. Today's 3D animation reveals how VLDL cholesterol is secretly sabotaging your weight loss goals. I'm your host from Health Science 3D, and in the next 8 minutes, you'll discover exactly what is VLDL cholesterol, why VLDL cholesterol high levels block fat burning, and the science-backed solutions to fix this metabolic nightmare. If you've ever wondered about VLDL cholesterol meaning or how it differs from LDL and HDL cholesterol, this 3D visualization will change everything you thought you knew about cholesterol and weight loss. What is VLDL cholesterol? Let's start with the basics. VLDL stands for very low density lipoprotein. Unlike LDL cholesterol, which carries cholesterol to your tissues, VLDL cholesterol primarily transports triglycerides, the fat molecules your body stores as belly fat. Here's what makes VLDL dangerous. When VLDL cholesterol levels are elevated, your liver becomes a fat-producing factory. Our 3D animation shows how your liver packages excess carbohydrates and sugars into VLDL particles, sending them directly to your abdominal fat cells. The VLDL cholesterol normal range is typically under 30 milligrams per deciliter. However, VLDL cholesterol calculated values above this threshold indicate your body is in fat storage mode, not fat burning mode. VLDL versus LDL cholesterol. While LDL is often called bad cholesterol, VLDL is actually worse for weight loss. LDL carries cholesterol, but VLDL carries the actual fat that becomes your belly fat. This is why understanding VLDL cholesterol range by age is crucial for anyone over 40 struggling with weight. The VLDL belly fat connection. Now, let's explore why high cholesterol, specifically VLDL cholesterol high levels, makes losing belly fat nearly impossible. When you eat excess carbohydrates or sugar, your liver converts them into triglycerides. These triglycerides are packaged into VLDL particles and released into your bloodstream. Our 3D visualization shows how these VLDL particles travel directly to your abdominal fat cells, where they're stored as visceral fat. But here's the metabolic trap. High VLDL cholesterol creates insulin resistance. When your cells become insulin resistant, your body can't effectively burn fat for energy. Instead, it continues storing fat, particularly around your midsection. The VLDL cholesterol levels chart shows that levels above 40 milligrams per deciliter significantly impair fat oxidation. This explains why people with VLDL cholesterol high struggle with stubborn belly fat that won't budge despite caloric restriction. VLDL calculated high readings indicate your metabolism has shifted into storage mode. Your body prioritizes storing incoming calories as fat rather than burning existing fat stores. VLDL versus other cholesterol types. Understanding the difference between VLDL, LDL, and HDL cholesterol is essential for effective weight management. HDL cholesterol, known as good cholesterol, actually helps remove excess cholesterol from your tissues and transport it back to your liver for disposal. Higher HDL levels support better metabolism and fat burning. LDL cholesterol, while labeled bad cholesterol, primarily affects cardiovascular health rather than weight loss. However, when LDL particles are small and dense, they can contribute to inflammation that impairs fat burning. VLDL is the real culprit behind stubborn belly fat. It's directly involved in triglyceride transport and fat storage. When VLDL cholesterol low, your body can more effectively access stored fat for energy. The key insight: you can have normal LDL and HDL cholesterol levels, but still struggle with weight loss if your VLDL cholesterol calculated values are elevated. Scientific evidence and health risks. Research published in the Journal of Clinical Endocrinology shows that elevated VLDL cholesterol levels are strongly correlated with abdominal obesity and metabolic syndrome. When VLDL cholesterol high means your triglyceride levels exceed 150 milligrams per deciliter, you're at increased risk for type 2 diabetes, fatty liver disease, cardiovascular disease, and chronic inflammation. The VLDL good or bad question has a clear answer. Elevated VLDL is definitively bad for both your health and your waistline. Studies demonstrate that people with VLDL levels above 30 milligrams per deciliter have 3 times higher rates of abdominal weight gain compared to those with optimal levels. This is because high cholesterol and LDL combined with elevated VLDL creates a perfect storm for metabolic dysfunction. How to reduce VLDL cholesterol. Now for the solutions. How to reduce VLDL cholesterol requires a multi-pronged approach targeting the root causes. Dietary strategies. The most effective approach is reducing refined carbohydrates and sugar. Since your liver converts excess carbohydrates into triglycerides that become VLDL particles, cutting sugar is non-negotiable. How to reduce VLDL cholesterol and triglycerides effectively. Eliminate processed foods and refined sugars completely. Focus on healthy fats, like omega-3 fatty acids from wild-caught fish. Increase fiber intake to 35+ grams daily from vegetables and legumes. Choose complex carbohydrates with low glycemic index only. How to control VLDL cholesterol through intermittent fasting. Studies show 16-8 intermittent fasting reduces VLDL production by 23% within 8 weeks. This gives your liver time to process existing triglycerides instead of creating new VLDL particles. Exercise protocol. How to decrease VLDL cholesterol through movement requires both cardio and resistance training. High-intensity interval training, or HIIT, specifically targets VLDL reduction by improving insulin sensitivity and forcing your body to burn stored triglycerides for energy. Research shows 150 minutes of moderate exercise weekly can reduce VLDL cholesterol levels by 15 to 20%. Resistance training builds muscle mass, which increases your metabolism and creates more sites for triglyceride burning. Supplement support. Omega-3 fish oil. 2 to 3 grams daily reduces VLDL by up to 30%. Berberine, 500 milligrams twice daily, improves triglyceride metabolism. Niacin, vitamin B3, under medical supervision, can significantly lower cholesterol naturally. Natural healing protocols. How to lower VLDL cholesterol levels naturally requires understanding your body's healing mechanisms. Liver support protocol. Your liver produces VLDL when overwhelmed with toxins and excess carbohydrates. Support liver function with milk thistle extract, 200 milligrams daily. Dandelion root tea helps liver process fats more efficiently. Cruciferous vegetables, broccoli, cauliflower, and Brussels sprouts contain compounds that enhance liver detoxification. Sleep optimization. Poor sleep increases VLDL production by 40%. Aim for 7 to 9 hours of quality sleep to normalize cholesterol production and improve metabolism. Stress management. Chronic stress elevates cortisol, which triggers VLDL production. Practice meditation, deep breathing, or yoga to how to reduce cholesterol naturally through stress reduction. Monitoring your progress. How to calculate VLDL cholesterol. Most labs calculate VLDL by dividing your triglycerides by 5. However, direct measurement is more accurate. VLDL cholesterol cal should be checked every 3 months when implementing these protocols. Track these markers: VLDL cholesterol calculated values, triglyceride levels, waist circumference, energy levels, and fat burning capacity. Remember, VLDL cholesterol low means your body can effectively access stored fat for energy. When VLDL cholesterol low, you'll notice improved energy, easier weight loss, and reduced belly fat. Understanding VLDL cholesterol meaning is the key to unlocking stubborn belly fat. Unlike LDL or HDL cholesterol, VLDL directly controls your body's fat storage mechanisms. By implementing these science-backed strategies to how to reduce VLDL cholesterol and triglycerides, you're not just improving your cholesterol profile, you're transforming your metabolism into a fat-burning machine. Subscribe to Health Science 3D for more life-changing medical insights. And comment below with your VLDL cholesterol levels. Let's track your progress together. Next week, we'll explore how HDL cholesterol can accelerate your results.